Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ramneet, an astrologer and a tarot card reader. But as you all know that I mainly do tarot because I love to play with my intuition and see what it brings forth when it comes in contact with the cards that I use. Okay, so before we proceed to today's pick a card, I just quickly want to put out there that if you want to connect with me and contact me, like a book personal reading with me, then all the details for that are mentioned in the description box below. So you can just check it out and feel free to connect with me. Okay, so today's pick a card is actually very interesting and it revolves around the idea of, many lives, past lives, reincarnation. So if you don't believe in such ideas, then probably this video is not for you. But if you are a little bit curious about this, then keep watching. Okay, so today we are going to be looking into what are some of the patterns that you have brought forward into this lifetime from your previous lifetime that needs to be broken, some cycle or some pattern, that you need to do away with, so that you can evolve and finally learn the lessons and let go of all the unhealthy habits that you probably have. Okay, so let's get started. I have actually used quite a lot of decks today, and I have already, done I'm done with the process of really shuffling the cards and picking out the random cards because it takes up too much of the time here on the video. So I have already done that, and I have the cards for you today ready with the piles. I just want you to choose from these three cards that are here. So now this time you have a lot of colors, you have different colors, yellow, red, and green to choose from. So these are very beautiful and very informative cards from this deck that I have. That is Vedic astrology deck. It brings a little bit of my culture into tarot card. So this yellow one is going to be the group 1, the red one is going to be group 2, and the green one is going to be group 3. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. So if you want more time, you can pause the video and take as much time as you need. You can meditate on the cards, but as always, pick the card that you're most instinctively, intuitively drawn to. Don't think too much about it. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get started. The first group, the first card is water. So the people who picked card 1, you've actually chosen the element of water. So you basically chose an element, okay? So different cards have different things mentioned on it. Like this one is for elements and the others are for houses and planets. So how we're going to go about this is that this card is going to tell you about what you need to be developing, some things or some characteristics that you need to develop in this lifetime. And water here clearly shows that you should be more like water, like flow with wherever life is taking you, and do not be such a control freak. That is something that just comes to my mind. Be more calm like the water. And also water is very intuitive. You can definitely connect with the water. So also this means that you can always this can also point towards using your intuitive abilities if you haven't tapped into that. Okay, so there are a little bit of some characteristics mentioned of this element. So I'm going to just go ahead and read it. The first main thing is dissolving. The water always dissolves everything, right? And then next is it's fluid, it's cool, flowing, wet, conforming, receptive. Okay, now receptive here clearly shows that you have to be more in touch with your and other people's emotions, so that you can, be receptive towards whatever they're feeling and not just be so focused on yourself, and binding, like bonding with other people, that is what water is all about. And it's liquid, and flux is the other word that's written here. And it also pertains to the sense of taste and tongue. Okay, so that is what this card is about, but we will get more into it after we're done with all the other cards, and we will relate this card to the other cards, as we proceed. Okay, the other cards that I have for you are from the major arcana cards. We have the Devil card. Then we have, from the fairy deck, we have Unity. Then from the Moonology deck, we have New Moon in Aries, that is, it's time to take action. We have two cards from this beautiful deck called the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus. The first is the Prince of Suns, that is the King of Wands. Then we have Two of Moons, that is Two of Cups. Then from my other favorite deck that I always use is this is the deck, Zillich Tarot. We have two other cards. The first one is Knight of Wands, which is again the King of Wands. So you guys have the King of Wands twice. From two separate decks you have the King of Wands. Then the last card, Tarot, from Tarot cards, is the High Priestess. And lastly, we have one card from Botanical Inspirations deck, which is Daffodil. You've got this beautiful flower, Daffodil. We will get into the message after we're done with the cards. Okay. Right. So the first main card that you have is the Devil. So now, which tells me, like, looking at all these cards, I instinctively am picking up that you were a kind of person, you could have been an Aries, since we do have this card here. So there are chances that you were Aries, a lot of fire energy I'm picking up on. And I do believe that you were a little bit too impulsive in your past lifetime, You were bold, you were powerful, and you were always on the move, always very active. So I'm picking up on that kind of energy. And I believe that because, we have two King of Wands right here, double the power, double the fire. So definitely, you were kind of like this. But this also shows that if you look at this prince's face, now what do you see? I'm sure you can see that this prince looks proud and egoistic, So maybe in your past lifetime you were, governed more by your ego and your instincts. You were more impulsive and even, a little bit rash. And maybe you also, because we do have this card, Two of Moons, that is Two of Cups, which is the love card. So I believe that since you were impulsive and you were like so passionate, so I think that you fell in love too quickly, too many times with a lot of people. And it was like you wore your heart on your sleeve. So I do believe that you were kind of like that. I believe that maybe you have a lot of affairs, but I think the major influence, the major relationship that you had in your past lifetime was with a person like this. Now you could have been a king, I mean, not literally, but a man, who was like very powerful maybe, and just like him, you know, and maybe egoistic like him, but very passionate nonetheless. So what happened was that what always happens, opposites attract. Now you were drawn to, you know, this woman. I'm just giving you an example, like it could be any gender, right? So you were basically drawn to this energy. So this was probably your main relationship in your past life, that your spouse or your partner was like, that person had the energy of the high priestess. There was more secretive and mysterious and more intuitive, you know, more in sync with the higher realms, more connected to the higher realms, and you were very attracted to this mysterious person, and you were very much in love, I'm sure. Okay. And I believe that also the Aries energy is all about this. You know, Aries are very, I would say, dependent on their own needs. So this goes well with this, you know, this card. So whatever you wanted, I believe you had it in you, and you made sure you got it, you know. So also the Devil card, I believe that you in your last lifetime, I guess you, now if you look at this, what do you see? You see a man and a woman chained, and the devil is in the back. So which literally translates to more of lust. You know, you were in a karmic relationship with your partner, and it was more based on passion and lust, and it was intense, definitely intense, and there was some huge karma revolving you both. And but it could have been a little bit toxic, probably because you neglected, or you were unable to see your partner's needs, you know, because probably in your lifetime, last lifetime, you were more concerned about your own needs, you know, that you failed to recognize what your partner was going through and what your partner desired, you know. So I think that is the pattern that you need to break. So maybe, you know, in this lifetime as well, you're more on the egoistic side. You're more concerned about your own needs probably. So you need to, you know, also embrace this side within you. So I'm sure that you have it within you, but you just need to like really embrace it, you know, like really get in touch with this side of yours, so that you become more empathetic, so that you can really be like water, you know, you can be more connected to other people's emotions. That will make you empathetic, and that will make your relationships more meaningful, because you will be able to understand the other person from their perspective, you know. It won't be just about you and your perspective. You will also be able to understand where your partner or anybody else is coming from. And I think that is something that everybody requires, and we need a lot of empathetic people. And so that is something that you really need to work on in this lifetime, to grow and evolve. Also with this fairy card, the message here is: do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So you need to, you know, the last sentence here is so obvious. Spiritually minded community. You need to connect with a spiritually minded community. So, and also the whole of this is that do the right thing for the right reason, you know. Don't be impulsive. Don't be, you know, be a slave to your own instincts. You have to raise up your vibration and evolve and grow. Let's see what we have from this card, Botanical Inspirations. You know already that you have this card of daffodil, this flower daffodil. The message here is rebirth and new beginnings. Okay, so this clearly shows that you need to let go of one phase, one side of yourself, so that you can start a new, journey, which will be for your greater good, And the message here is new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Now, why painful endings? Because, letting go of your ego is not easy, it's not easily accomplished. So it would be painful, but practice makes perfect. So you have to keep practicing, trying, and eventually you will get there. Because this journey, once you take it, it's going to be for your greater good, and it will serve you for the best. Because, new beginning and, changing and growing, that's what life is all about. We are here to learn and grow. So do not be afraid to tap into this side and this energy, because this is really what you need to be working on in this lifetime, because in the previous lifetimes you've already been a slave to your instincts and impulses. So it's time, I guess, because this card is also about Saturn. So Saturn is the great teacher, and it's not a lenient teacher, it's a strict teacher. So the lessons that maybe you're getting in this lifetime have to do with you being more selfless and you considering other people's needs and feelings. Like, if you are not already doing that, if you're not already in certain situations which require you to be more sympathetic and empathetic towards others, then you will be, you will be confronting such situations. You will be coming across some situations where you will have to keep your own needs aside and be more, considerate about other people's needs and desires. Exactly. So that is what water is telling you. You have to be like water. You have to be calm, cool, collected, and you have to always take your time while making decisions. Don't be rash and impulsive anymore. That is very important as well, because till now I believe you've always just done whatever you felt like, but now it's time for you to really just step back, meditate. Like I always say, meditation is the key to a lot of things, because if you want to achieve this, then of course, you have to, be silent from within. You have to go within yourself and be silent, That is a practice that you can really adopt, and it will be very helpful to you, to connect to your intuition and, in understanding other people as well. Okay, so I think that's all I have. Yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you really want to connect with me or book a personal reading, as I've mentioned earlier, feel free to do that. And the details are mentioned in the description box. I will see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Alright, let's move on to group 2. People who picked card 2. You picked a house card, and the house here is the first house. The first house is actually, okay, it's about your own body, but in your house it's the living room. Okay, it's just an additional information. So how we're going to go about this is that we are going to be focusing on all these cards, but this card is the main card here. The main card that shows you what you need to be focusing on in this lifetime, okay, to grow and evolve, right? So the focus here should be on your own self, your own body, your health, your appearance, your character, your personality, because that is what first house is all about. And there are some other characteristics listed here, which I'm going to read. As I've already mentioned, that it pertains to the body, also appearance, disposition, eccentricities, how you're different and unique from others, your personality, beauty, again, with appearance, your strength as well, your constitution, stature, and your self-esteem. So all these, are the points that you need to be focusing on in this lifetime. Maybe because in the previous lifetime you were not very focused on these things, and you were focused on other things, so this time, what angels and everybody, your own higher self, wants you to focus is on your own self. Okay, let's look at the other cards before we go into more detail about this. We have High Priest from the Major Arcana cards. Then from the Fairy Tarot we have Two of Autumn, which says bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. Then we have from Moonology Tarot deck, we have, it's Moonology Oracle cards. We have New Moon in Capricorn, which says your hard work is paying off. Then from the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus, we have the Completed World. Nine of Stars, that is Nine of Swords. Then from the Zillich Tarot, my favorite that I always use, we have Ace of Swords, Six of Discs, Six of Pentacles, that is success. And lastly, we have one card from Botanical Inspirations, which is Garden Heliotrope. We will look into this after we're done with the rest of the cards. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, right away what I'm getting from this energy, it is that you were very focused on your career, your professional life, your work in your last lifetime. And I think maybe in this lifetime too, you are like that, because I'm getting a lot of earth energy here, specifically Taurus and Capricorn. So the earth energy element people, they are very hardworking, and they have a lot of perseverance in them, and that is the quality of Capricorn mostly, that this sign is the most hardworking of all. So I do believe that you are still like this, you're more focused on your professional life, and you want to be big, or at least you wanted to be big in the past lifetime. Maybe you have the same kind of aspirations in this lifetime as well. But in the past lifetime, I believe that your whole focus was on how to rise in status and power, and how to be well known and well respected in the society. And I think you were able to accomplish that quite well, because we do have this completed world, which means that whatever you wanted to accomplish, you did accomplish it in your past lifetime. And also we have success. So you were very successful and powerful, and I believe wealthy as well. And as a person, I think you were pretty serious, because that's mostly how Capricorns and Taurus, yeah, that's how they are. My sun sign is also, Capricorn, so loosening up is not my strong suit, honestly. So yeah, I guess you were very, focused on the serious matters, that you did not really have much time to have fun in your past lifetime, or you didn't even consider having fun, or you didn't have time, whatever. But then in this lifetime, that is why you need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on how you can be better, like in yourself, like your body, how to maintain your body, your health, and how to smile, be happy, how to bring fun into everything that you do, because that is exactly what's written here in this card, that bring fun into everything that you do. Now you have acquired this ability to, juggle multiple jobs and you're good at handling stress. Because, okay, in past lifetime, I'm sure you handled a lot of stress, because Nine of Swords is all about anxiety, sleepless nights, you were so stressed all the time. Of course, when you have so much to, take care of, then who wouldn't be stressed? So I believe in this lifetime, you have this capacity to handle stress, and you work pretty well under pressure. And Ace of Swords is all about honesty, and knowing the truth. So maybe you are a good judge of character of other people, and honesty is your strong suit. Like, you are honest and noble person. You are a very, hardworking person, and you're not like a person who does illegal things. You work hard, you earn your fame, your power, your status, everything. You earn it by working hard, So, which is good. And that has given you the ability to, handle all kinds of stress and do well, to prosper. And which is good. But then again, I believe you feel that you have a lot of responsibility, that you feel responsible for a lot of things. You like to take responsibility, you are that kind of person, but then in this lifetime, you need to loosen up. That's what it is about, that you really should loosen up and take care of your own self. I guess you did not prioritize yourself, in the sense that you did not prioritize your health, your body that much in the previous lifetime. And of course, you were not very playful, because you were always very serious about business and whatnot. But this lifetime, you should be more focused on letting go, pamper yourself, maybe have a spa day for yourself, and take care of your body, your health, and do not be more concerned about the work, because you're gonna make it anyway. Because you've done it in the past lifetime, you can do it in this lifetime as well, because we do have this completed world. This shows that you were able to succeed and complete that cycle in the last lifetime. So it's not going to be difficult for you to do it once again. But don't forget that along with that, you have to learn how to have fun, how to loosen up. So make sure you do that. This card, again, Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Your hard work always pays off sooner or later, because, you are so persistent, that you are resilient and you're so persistent. So that's why you make sure that everything pays off, So, of course, that's why it has always been good for you, although it hasn't been easy, but you have made it happen. You're that kind of person who makes it happen for yourself. But again, work and business and all these things are, the whole karma of the 10th house. The focus is not here on the 10th house. The angels and your higher self wants you to know. They want you to know that your focus should be on the first house, that is your own self. Like, really think about it. What else do you like to do? What will make you happy other than just being successful, So take some time out for yourself, guys. Okay, let's see what message we have from the Botanical Inspirations deck. We have this card, Garden Heliotrope, and the heading here is Devotion and Dreams Fulfilled. Of course, you have been so devoted in your previous lifetimes, if not one single lifetime. So you were able to fulfill your dreams. And somehow I feel like you are caught up in that same routine, that same loop, that you feel like you have to work hard and focus on your career and make things happen. You have a lot of responsibility, so you keep doing that. You keep repeating the same cycle. But, it's time for you to get out of that mindset, just change your perception about life. That's not what life is all about, because you have to learn how to have fun, how to not work all the time, because even this card, you know, the High Priest is all about morals and tradition. So you are that kind of person with a lot of integrity, and but then, you know, try to take some time out for yourself, guys, and have some fun. Let's see, the message here is the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And I do know that you believe in your dreams, and that's how you make it happen, through your hard work and your efforts. But like the message here, you are capable of doing a lot of things, and you do that already. You handle responsibility and pressure very well. But the main thing here is bring fun into everything that you do. And you do have an exceptional talent for multitasking, which is a given, you know, which is obvious. You do have that. But, you know, work on something that you feel like you are not comfortable with. You're already comfortable with all these things, working hard and whatnot. Maybe you're not comfortable with having fun, loosening up. So try doing that, you know, that will do you good. So I guess that is all I have for you. I think we have dealt with all the cards. Yes. So that's all I have for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, please let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to my channel as well. It would really mean a lot to me. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, and thank you for watching. Okay, so group 3, the people who picked card 3, you picked a planet, and that planet is Mercury. Now, Mercury is all about communication, and it's about the mental activity, your intelligence, your smartness, your speech, your communication, right? And there are some points, some other characteristics of this planet listed here that I'm going to read now. Like I said, the main thing is communicating, your communication skills. Then we have intelligence, dexterity, eloquence, analysis, humor, wit, processing speed, shrewdness, information. And the element here is air. Definitely, of course, you know, because air pertains to the mental activity and the knowledge and the information. Okay, so how we're going to go about this is that this is the main card, the major card, that shows what you need to be working on in this lifetime, and the rest of the cards will tell us more about your past lifetime and how you need to be working on this. Okay, so we'll get more into the main card here after we look at the other cards. So we have, from the Major Arcana Tarot deck, we have the card Strength. Then from the Moonology Oracle, we have Disseminating Moon, which says take time to breathe out. Then from the Fairy, what's the name? Fairy Tarot cards, we have 8 of Summer, which says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Then from the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus, we have 2 cards. One is the Lady of the Sun, which is the Queen of Wands. Then we have 2 of Stars, that is 2 of Swords. Okay, then we have 2 cards from this amazing tarot deck, which is the Zilish Tarot, which is my favorite that I always use. We again have the 2 of Swords, that is Peace. Then we have 5 of Wands, that is Strife. Lastly, we have Trumpet Genitian card from this Botanical Inspiration deck. Beautiful card. Flower. The heading here is Power and Healing. We will look more into it after we're done with the rest of the cards. Okay, so right away, what I'm getting here is that you are a strong woman. You are strong, very strong woman. I don't know if you know this. I'm sure, like, deep down you do know this, but I don't know if you know, embrace that strength or not. But you are strong. Also, because we have this lady here. If you look at her, she is all by herself, and she's pregnant, and she's a giver. You know, right away I'm getting this feeling that you are very naturally nurturing people. You like to give, you like to, you care about people, and you like to, somehow you get caught up in situations that are not easy. And maybe in some past lifetime, your recent past lifetime probably, you were caught up in this situation or a relationship. I'm getting more of an emotional vibe here. So you people could be more emotional, and the situations that you get caught up in are more, they have more to do with your emotional side, you know. You like to somehow, because we have two cards here, Two of Swords, which clearly says here peace. So you like to be the peacemaker. You are the peacemaker, since you're so naturally nurturing. And somehow I do get that you are a healer, you know. You, by being yourself, by being so nice to everybody, you like tend to heal a part of themselves, a part of them. So, but then, you know, you also have this card, Five of Wands here. This is a card of battle, you know, like you've been battling something. And, you know, this goes well with this one. You know, you have this immense strength to, you know, endure the battles, to fight, and to even, you know, be successful in taming a lion. I mean, metaphorically, but that means that you are able to somehow make, you know, you feel like you can be in a difficult situation, but you have this responsibility within yourself to make it better for everybody, to make the situation better and everybody else better. Maybe you attract, unconsciously you attract some toxic relationships or people or difficult situations in your life, just because you have this you know, nature that you want to make it right, you want to heal, that you want to take care of it, you want to make everything better somehow. So that's why I don't think your last life has been very easy, but it was not always about, I mean, it was not always due to the external factors. It was more because how you've always been emotionally. So that is what I'm getting here, that that you feel emotionally very drained. I believe that you are an empath as well. Of course, if you are so nurturing and you're a healer, so definitely you're an empath. You're very empathetic. So you do not know how to detach yourself from a situation. So that is the message here, that you do know that you deserve a more meaningful life, that you do not deserve this discord or being in these challenging situations, that you always crave peace and harmony, and I mean, you always want to create peace and harmony around you, but then somehow you feel like you deserve that, but somehow you're not, you know, you're not confronted with such situations, and then somehow you feel like you cannot detach yourself from these situations, from these difficult situations, and move on to better life. You know, maybe you're stuck somewhere and you just do not have the, I won't say the courage, but it's more because you're so emotional, you get attached to people, so, or situations, that you just don't know how to, like, let go, you know. because here the card says that you do want a more meaningful life. You've always wanted that. You've always wanted to just walk away and get something better, but maybe you don't know how to. Maybe you don't know how to detach yourself from the situation, or something or the other always blocks you, and you just end up in the middle of chaos or just a difficult situation. And you have this firm belief in yourself that you will make it right, you will make it better, you will make it more peaceful, and you will heal. Because why did I say that you are healers? Because in this card it's clearly mentioned power and healing. So through your power is that you're very nurturing, you're a natural giver. So through that you heal people. You could be a good listener, you know exactly what to say, how to be, even if you don't say much or whatever, but just people, they gain a lot from you when you're around them. They find that your aura is very peaceful. So you bring peace wherever you go. But I believe that what you need to be working on in this lifetime is to really get out of the situations, and because you know this somehow deep down that you need to walk away. And okay, now this card is making more sense here. Why did you choose Mercury? Because you need to work on your communication skills. Now, I'm not saying that you're not good communicators. You could be. But what I mean here particularly is that maybe you're not very clever, because somehow the whole energy here is very naive, Like, you're not very clever. You don't know how to manipulate. In fact, probably you get manipulated. Maybe that's how you get dragged into such situations, because you don't know how to be clever about it. How to get out of these situations, because, you're just not shrewd like other people. So, maybe you come across these people, right? And you wonder, why do you always come across these people who are more clever and more, charming with their words? They have a way with their words. And what are you doing there? And why are you always surrounded with such people? It's because these people are trying to teach you a lesson. Through them, you should be able to learn that you should master your way with words. You need to be clever as well, like they are. I mean, don't be shrewd, but be clever, because I'm sure you're intelligent and smart, but just use your smartness with words as well. Because Mercury, okay, people who have heavy, or not heavy, but more powerful Mercury, they are very good with their words. They know how to manipulate, so that's what you need to be working on. I mean, not to manipulate for somebody's to harm someone, but just for your own benefit, to just get out of such situations, and for your own benefit, basically, for your own good. Use and master this. First master this, and then use it for your benefit. Your communication and your intelligence. Try to be more clever and witty. That's what you need to be working on in this lifetime. And once you do that, you will be able to move out of or detach yourself from situations that no longer serve you. And the message here again, the stimulating moon here clearly shows that you need to take time to breathe out. You feel so drained most of the time. People come and drain you of your energy because of the way you are. You are so sweet and nice, and you're a giver and a healer, but you have to take care of yourself, darling. Just take care of yourself. Take some time out for yourself and to breathe out. Do that. So if in this lifetime you have been given some alone time, make the best use of this. Okay, spend some time alone if you want to recharge yourself. But if you are around people, learn from them. If they are, especially the people who are very clever, learn from them how they use that. And like I said, you don't have to be bad. if those people are shrewd. You don't have to be like that, but just you know just have that wittiness about you that you can say no to something. Maybe you're not very good at saying no, so if you use your words right, you'll be able to come out of bad situations. So you really you need to work on your words, use them, because that is what you're here to learn. Okay, once you master that, then of course there are other stages, but here in this lifetime the focus is Mercury, the communication skills, using your intelligence, being more witty. All right, I think that is all. We have covered all the parts of it. Yes, I mean, this card is just just keeps calling me back to it. This is actually very powerful card. I mean, you can look at this lady. She's really, I mean, who does this? Who puts her hand, in a lion's mouth? Now she's confident that she can do it. I think that's how you are, that you feel like you can make the situation better, make a person better somehow. But in the end, that person is still a lion, and maybe ask yourself this question, that maybe you deserve something better. And then when you ask that question, and if the answer is yes, you deserve something better, then why don't you move out? Why don't you move on? And stop making excuses for staying in that situation, and look up for the reasons why you should not be staying in the situation, although you have the courage to tame a lion. But why waste your energy, when you can do so many other amazing things, when you could be using your energy on other things? Then why just waste your time in situations that are not very good for you? So just think about that. I mean, it's just something that I'm getting, it's not written anywhere. Otherwise, this card is very positive. This means that you really have the power to make your dreams come true through your strength, courage, and perseverance. So, but connecting it to the other cards, I just felt like you should not be wasting your immense potential and strength on situations that, I mean, once in a while it's okay, but not all the time. You have to, because here we're talking about breaking the cycle, letting go of some unhealthy habits, so maybe this is a cycle that has been going on for too long for you, for some time, for some lifetimes. So you really need to step out of this. Just ask yourself the right questions and then move on to something better. But because I'm sure that something better is awaiting you. Okay, so lastly, this card, this flower, I already told you the heading was power and healing. The message here is, to get what you love, you first have to be patient with what you have. Okay, so somehow I get this feeling from this is that you lack self-love, because you're not always content with whatever you have. You feel like maybe that's why you attract these kind of situations or people in your life, because you feel like that's what you deserve. But darling, you deserve so much better, trust me. Because once you embrace and accept who you are and what you have, that it's perfect, that it's good in its own way, then you will start to see things in a much better way, and you will be able to attract what is best for you, really. That's what I'm getting here. To get what you love, I'm sure you have some desires and dreams which you feel like maybe they cannot be accomplished, but then to get there, you can definitely get there, because you have the strength within you to get there. Clearly, I mean, nobody is stopping you, nobody can stop you, So the only thing is that you have to first love yourself. You have to accept yourself for who you are, what you have. You have to be satisfied with that. That has a lot to do with self-love. So once you do that, you will be able to manifest great things in your life, and you will be able to achieve whatever you desire. So just work on that. That is what I'm getting here, and that's all I have for you. So I will see you next time. I hope this reading resonated, and if it did, please let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share the video. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you all have any suggestions for the next pick a card reading, which topic I should choose, then just leave those suggestions in the comment section. I would really love to read them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, if you want to connect with me, you have the details in the description box. So once again, feel free to contact me, and whatever you want, if you want to book a personal reading, you can do that as well. I'm always available on Instagram. All right, so I'll see you next time. Till then, take care, and bye.